is up, guys? It is a brand new day today. I am going to make my very own YouTube boxing tier list. And this is going to be the very best tier list. I guarantee you that. The reason why I'm doing this is because I'm so tired of seeing all these BS tier lists on YouTube, man. I swear every single person that does this list is super biased. And apparently if you work out with somebody and you train with them, it puts them at a higher level on the tier.
Oh, hell no!
But I can officially tell you all that this is gonna be an official tier list, not no biases, because I don't really know none of these guys, man. I'm gonna be straight up and tell you what I see from my very own eyes. So without further ado, welcome to the best YouTube boxing tier list on YouTube! So let's just jump right into it. Bang! Oh, we got Scarce. We all remember how that went. It didn't go too well. But yo, I still gotta respect Scarce for stepping in the ring. It's honestly very inspiring, the fact that he lost so much weight, he stepped in the ring. He didn't get the dub, but he had a lot of balls to step in there and fight. But in terms of skill, I'm gonna have to give you a D, boy. I'm just keeping it 100. But I do really respect Scarce for stepping in there, losing all that weight. Takes a lot of guts. But maybe better luck next time. Next up, we got Joella. Joella doesn't look too bad, man. You know, he's in shape. He can throw punches, but when it comes to actual fight night, I haven't seen him succeed on fight night. I don't know, man. It's different. You can do all the sparring, you can do all the pads, but when you step in the ring on fight night, it's just a different kind of feeling, and not a lot of people can handle it. Joella lost to KSI. He lost to Jake Paul. I wouldn't give him a D, but I wouldn't give him a B, so we have to go with C. I'll give him a C. He got more losses than wins. I personally would love to see him bounce back, honestly. I would love to see him fight again. It would be awesome for the YouTube boxing community. Next up, we got Theo. Him and Joella were like the originators of YouTube boxing. Gotta respect it, but the performance, that performance from his fight against Weller wasn't anything crazy, so I'm gonna have to give him a D. Next up, we got Adam Saleh, my brother. This is my boy, and a lot of you guys might think I'm biased for this, but I'm not biased. I mean, I feel like the whole community in itself knows Adam's skill level. He's very skilled, he's very fast. He's one of the YouTube boxers that looks like a professional, but is not actually a professional. He did have some amateur experience when he was younger, but he's not like a real pro. Like, that's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, people think he's some sort of real pro. Besides that last fight, I gotta give my boy an S, because I gotta keep it 100. Pound for pound, Adam is definitely an S-ranked fighter. Next up, we got Deji. Man, I don't know why he's even on this list. Like, I personally don't consider him a fighter, man. I personally don't consider him a fighter. If it was up to me, I personally would give him a D. Deji seemed like he did get a little better from his first performance. But it doesn't matter if you got better because he doesn't want to show it in the ring. So his ranking will always be low until he steps back into the ring and prove himself, which I don't believe he will because he's just all talk to me. I personally believe this dude is all talk. He's super overhyped. He making excuses about the Jake Paul fight, which happened over 2 years ago. I mean, look at where Jake Paul is at in the YouTube boxing game compared to Deji. You know what I'm saying? Like, Deji, he's lazy. He's not really about the fight life. And Jake Paul just knocked out Nate Robinson. Like, he's on top of the game. Jake Paul's first opponent was Deji. And look where Deji's at now, and look where Jake Paul is at. I mean, like, all Deji talks about is his rematch with Jake Paul, but Jake Paul has been really proving himself time and time again, while Deji is just sitting in his room playing video games. So, just for that in itself, I'm gonna have to give him a C. That's really high from what I'm giving him, honestly. I want to give him a D. I think he deserves a D, to be honest, but I'll give him a C. You know, I'm gonna be realistic here. I'm not gonna be biased. I'm gonna give him a C. To me, he is nothing higher than a C until he proves himself. But at the same time, when I sent him a contract with money on the table, he denied. He's not looking to fight, so that says it all. Next up, we have KSI. KSI beat Joe Weller. He fought Logan Paul twice. First one was a draw. Second one, he won by split decision. It was a very close fight. But yo, I gotta give it to him because he beat the bigger man. He was also the underdog, which is really hard, man. When you're the underdog and there's so much pressure on you, it can either break you or make you. And in this situation, it actually made KSI, because honestly, sometimes pressure turns into diamonds, and then in that moment, he took over. So yo, fam, I really want to see him back in the ring again, honestly. I would love to see KSI back in the ring. Yeah, after beating Logan Paul, you got to give him an S for that. You know what I mean? Especially after beating the bigger man. It's just the unbiased thing to do. Next up, we have Raka. He was much smaller and Scarce in size. It was actually pretty entertaining to watch him beat a bigger dude up. He actually fought good, you know, threw his 1-2 southpaw position. pretty cool. I saw a KSI tier list video and he actually put Raka Raka over me, which kind of got me triggered at one point, and I DM'd Raka Raka and I told him straight up, if you're trying to fight, we could fight. But he didn't respond to my DM, so I guess he didn't want any of that smoke. In terms of boxing skill and his dominant performance, even though Scarce wasn't the best, I would give him a B-, but there's no B-, so since he's coming off a win, I'm gonna give him a B. That's a pretty good score for him, honestly. That's a pretty good score for him. But this tier list is literally based on performance, skills, and the opponent they fought. Next up, you got your boy Slimmy Slim. Okay, I'm not gonna be biased, but at the same time, I know myself. I know my abilities. I know my skills. And I've been putting in the work, fam. I really have. If I would rank myself just on my performance on last year's fight in 2019, I would give myself maybe like a B. But in terms of my skill right now, man, yo, I'ma bump myself up to an A, bro. I'ma bump myself up to an A because I'ma show y'all when I have my next fight why I am an A. You'll see why. You'll see why I rank myself that high. I'm not gonna gas it up. But my next performance will either make me go up in this list or down. But I'm pretty sure it's gonna make me go up, inshallah. Jake Paul. We got Jake Paul. As a YouTube boxing fan, like I love YouTube boxing. I love watching it. To see where Jake Paul came from against fighting Deji to knocking out Nate Robinson. Last year, none of us would have thought that Nate Robinson would have been knocked out by a YouTuber named Jake Paul. Especially Jake Paul. But time and time again, he's been proving himself. And I know a lot of people hate him, but you gotta respect a man who's on his grind and proving himself time and time again, honestly. I personally do. So yo, on this list, I gotta give him an S, to be honest. I gotta give him an S because he's honestly holding it down. He fought on the Mike Tyson Roy Jones undercard, and apparently half of the sales was because of him. It's insane to me how YouTube boxing evolved to this kind of level. And I honestly can't wait to see what the future has in store for it. Next up, we got my bro Fousey. Fousey, man. Yo, Fousey may not have the best performance last year, but yo, I'm telling you guys, he's a big, strong guy. And he would take out a lot of these people on these lists. And I guarantee you, he would give a lot of people on this list a problem if he fought them. So, a lot of people don't rank him too well, but I'm gonna give him a C, bro. I'm gonna give my boy Fousey a C, man. I feel like anybody in that ranking and below, he would give a problem to, a real problem to. And probably knock out a lot of them. Next up, we have Nate Robinson. I honestly expected so much better from Nate Robinson. Like, I really expected him to do so much better. I was very disappointed with his performance. It looked like he did not train a day in his life. But at the same time, I feel like he underestimated Jake Paul, which is his problem. He's the one that called him out. He's the one that wanted to fight him. And he suffered the consequences that's going to be remembered forever. So, just for that in itself, he's getting a D. I'm sorry, Nate Robinson. You played for my New York Knicks. I'll always love the memories you gave me as a child, but man, that was a really bad L, bro. Like it made me want to cry. Like I felt bad, bro. I was making dua for Nate Robinson to get back up after he got knocked out. It was really bad. It was bad. Next up, we have Gibb, Anisan Gibb, Onion Gibb, Anus Gibb, whatever y'all like to call him. Gibb had 2 amateur fights, 1 professional fight. That's 2 more fights more than me. 1 professional camp more than me. But still hasn't signed the contract, man. With money on the table. He has money on the table. He doesn't want to sign the contract. But yo, why is he so scared? Why is he so scared, man? I don't understand. We just trying to finalize it and move on, bro. We trying to put on a hell of a show for 2021. But man, he's really thinking about decision. This is like a life decision for him. I mean, I understand he came off a bad loss, but yo, fam, you really want to put on a hell of a show with someone who could put on a show? Fam, sign that contract, boy. Let's rank him in terms of skill. He does have 2 wins. He has 1 really bad loss, but at the same time, he fought a much larger man. And when you fight a larger man, it's a different ball game, especially in boxing with small gloves. It's a different kind of ball game because the bigger man could take more punches and the smaller man can't take as much punches as the bigger guy. In terms of ranking, I would give Gibb a B-, but there's no B-, so I guess I'm gonna have to bump him up to a B because at the end of the day, he does have 2 wins. You know what I'm saying? He does have 2 wins. And honestly, this is a very high score for Gibb. I believe a B is a high score for him. I think it's a little bit too high. Like I feel like he needs to prove himself to even be a B. I was gonna put him as a C, but at the same time, I can't put him with Deji, who lost, or Joe Weller. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't make sense. So I put him in a B because he won, same as Raka. Next up, we have Jay Swingler. This dude fought Gibb, and honestly, it was a very entertaining fight. He fought his heart out. But at some point he fell out the ring, and it was like, I was like, yo, what the F? How you fell out the ring like that? I was confused. But in terms of ranking, I'm gonna have to give this dude a C, because he took an L as well. He took an L, close fight. If there was a C+, I would have given him a C+, but there's no C+. I'm sorry about that. You get a C. And last but not least, we have Logan Paul. He had 2 YouTube fights in the scene, and both of them against KSI. First one was a draw, and the second one he lost by a split decision. He was not bad. Like, it's not like he's a bad fighter or anything, but I just felt like he was so nervous and he didn't perform. It didn't look like he wanted to fight that night. But Logan Paul did the impossible and secured a fight with the greatest fighter in the world, Floyd Mayweather. I can't believe he actually got this down. The fact that he got this is the biggest W of the decade, to be honest. I feel like it's one of the biggest W's a YouTuber has ever taken. So just for that, I'm gonna have to put him in the A section. Bang! He's an A. And there you have it. There is my YouTube boxing tier list. I hope I didn't miss anybody. This is a YouTube tier list I found online. Maybe when there's more YouTube fights, we could update this tier list and see what's up. But as of right now, this is what I got. This is what I think. Anyways, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this little tier list video. If you did, please smash the like button, subscribe for daily videos. Let me know in the comments what your thoughts are. Anyways, I'm about to wrap this video up here. See y'all tomorrow with another Disney vlog. And Slumification is out, y'all.